Welcome to the JGI JCE eConnect classes. Hello all, we are here to understand and relearn the subject Big Data Analytics. In today's class, we'll be revising the concept of what it is the big data, what is the need to process the big data, and the tools that will be using it. So let's. In a farm far away, we are looking fruit from farm. We have Ashok who harvests grapes and sells in nearby town. After harvesting, he stores his product in a storage room. We found there is a high demand of other fruits, so he harvests apples and oranges also. Ashok works very hard to grow plant of different fruits, but he get tired, so he hired two more people, Savitri and Suresh. Now their harvesting is done simultaneously. Savitri is harvesting apples while Suresh is harvesting the oranges. Now they are going to store their things in one storage. Now storage is a bottleneck to store and access all fruits in a single storage area. So Ashok decides to distribute the storage area and give each one of them a separate storage space. So what happened? The grapes will be stored in different place. Apples and oranges are also stored at a different place. Now there is a demand saying that he needs a fruit basket of 3 grapes, 2 apples, and 3 oranges. This is a demand from a user. Now, Ashok is giving 3 baskets of grapes, Savitri is giving 2 apples, and meanwhile, Suresh is also giving 3 oranges in a basket. So, to complete the order on time, he is distributed the work, and finally, the user gets their demands. All of them are happy and they are preparing to increase the demand in the future. This is the example why I have given to understand the basic concepts, how it works. Here we will be using the same concept to understand how the machine works. Now the question will arise, how this story help to understand the big data. Here the computer term, our people are the processors, fruits are the data, and storing in a different space. So now the spaces are of different way. Earlier, with limited data, only one processor and the one storage unit was needed. It might be the data, might be a structured data or anything, and it does the processing. But as days goes on, structured data means any databases, any files we are using which is in structure format, let's say your Excel file or text data. But when we go with the emails, which is a semi-structured data, so it requires another processor, another compilation unit. So the data generation increase leading to high volume of data along with the different data formats. These emails, and they are completely semi-structured data. We have to understand, for that we need a different processing unit as well as storage unit. So when we deal with the another kind of data, it is completely different from the structured data. So for that we require a different unit to process. So if you are able to observe, we are considering different way of processing the different type of data. So demand goes more over here as the high volume of data. So what happens here, a single processor was not enough to process such high volumes of different kinds of data, as it is very time consuming. It takes a lot of time because the semi-structure, again it has to convert into structure and get the data, retrieve the data, process on the data, which will take a lot of time. When it comes with the unstructured data, where there is the images, maybe the videos, audios, so multiple processors requires multiple job. The single storage unit becomes the bottleneck due to which network overhead was generated. I hope you are imagining this with our example what I have taken. Single storage is not at all enough. So we require 3 different storage. We require 3 different processing units as the data is of different way. So there are the 3 concepts. The solution was to distribute storage for each processor. This enabled easy access to store and access the data. So we have simply distributed. This method worked and there was no network overhead generated. So these are called as a parallel processing and parallelly distributed storage. Distributed storage. This concept is very important. That is rising the need of big data. I hope you people are understanding. Today we are looking for big data. Its challenges. Hadoop as a solution, like growing file system out there. A variety of main Hadoop packages is widely used. And what mainly is Hadoop? And some components of Hadoop that we have to deal. There are the certain quick use cases of Hadoop that we are going to see in the coming part. So basically, what is big data? It is a massive amount of data which can't be stored, processed and analyzed using the traditional ways. We look at this and say volume. Volume is a big data, but actually volume is not the only measurement of the big data. It is very common. There are others also, just like velocity, how fast it is getting generated. As we know, the Twitters are getting generated a huge amount of data in a fraction of seconds. So this is all about the velocity, how fast it is generating the data. Huge amount of data need to process, and it cannot be possible on one machine. So we need a lot of storage and proper databases to store the data. Variety. Different types of data, such like structured data, semi-structured data, maybe unstructured data, just like when Excel is a structure, mails are semi-structured, videos are unstructured, which requires a lot of processing, because every kind of data needs to process it differently, so which takes again a lot of space. So different process has to make on different type of data, so we need a lot of resources. Another is the value. It is always end result. It is conclusion drawn. It is final conclusion that has to be drawn, which redo the process to get better and better results. That is our output. So every time you want better results, it is very convenient to redo the things and get the better result. The last and very important is veracity. People generally consisting this thing as a veracity, as it is actually the inconsistency and uncertainty in the data, which requires a lot of processing. Just like I'll give you an example of Twitter. A lot of spelling mistakes, maybe the abbreviation, a lot of things will be there. So we need a lot of pre-processing that to avoid such kind of things. We need some system to guess the accurate word what user wants to do. So it is very important term in a big data to understand what a user wanted to write and what he has written. So this is a very important term in a big data, veracity.